So today I want to give you and lead my friend Sean Barry here, my friend and student, through a 5-minute vocal warm-up that is a full vocal warm-up. It will work for you in most circumstances, okay, unless of course you've got an opera to sing. So there's a few reasons why this is probably better than what you're doing, at least in some respects. Oftentimes singers use too much energy and spend too long warming up, and it becomes stressful to the throat and voice. That's not good before performance or an audition or anything. This is also great to use right before you walk on stage or at an audition after you've already done a full warm-up. So there's several uses for it. So you ready to get started?
Yep.
Great. So what I love to do is to help a singer feel what their instrument is doing so that they feel safer and more secure about being able to give their best when they're singing. And what I've designed is a way to warm up that allows them to have the building blocks of that confidence, starting with the body, then the breath, then all the articulating mechanisms, and the voice, and then the ranges. So in 5 minutes, we can accomplish that. Just a little bit about me. I'm Stephen Flam. For over 4 decades, I've been researching, experimenting with, collaborating, and designing systems for singers that help tune them into who and what they are as a physical instrument. A lot of my students have actually been voice teachers. So are we ready to go?
Yes.
Great. Okay. Sean, so I'm going to coach you through this, and we're going to have some fun.
All right.
So the first thing I want you to do is become aware of your body as an instrument. So let's do that by putting a hand in the upper chest, letting the weight of the hand, arm, and shoulder weigh on the upper chest, even though you're in a vertical posture, a vertical balance, to keep reminding that chest to relax and release and be soft. Because that's where your chest resonance comes from, is the chest. It's where it projects from. So we need to leave that soft. The other hand, I want you to put low in your abdomen, just above your pubic bone, and support the abdomen in and up gently, easily, comfortably, so that you can release your abdomen more significantly into your hand and leave that hand there and keep releasing the abdomen. Now just open the mouth and watch the breath
Steve,
in
can
and
you
out.
show me what it looks like on you?
Ah, okay. So I'm not really this heavy, right? But I know how to release my abdomen. Now, you're not going to look that way when you're in a costume on the stage because you're moving, right? I'm just doing something to show you that the abdomen, when it's completely released, can really, really release into your hand, and that you can support it a bit. And the better your abdomen is released, the freer your diaphragm's going to be. That's just how physics works with the body. So with your abdomen releasing into the support of your hand and your upper hand on your chest, just open your mouth and let yourself breathe and watch your breath in and out. Don't do anything to change your breathing than what's natural. And watch your body move for your breathing. What's moving? Your abdomen, your upper chest, your ribs on the side, your back. Can you feel your back moving? Don't move it. Just see if you can feel it.
Should the back be curved or straight?
You want to be vertical and comfortable. You don't want to be too stiff and straight, and you don't want to be hunched over either. Just somewhere in the middle that's really comfortable. But don't lose the verticality in with your spine supporting, right? A little rounded in the back is better than a little straighter for singing because it keeps the diaphragm freer. So let's watch the breath in and out. Just notice what's moving and see if you can keep releasing abdomen and chest even better as we go. Good. Just keep watching the breath. Keep noticing how much better you can release your abdomen and your chest. Good. Okay, so you're starting to really release that abdomen all of it completely. Very good. And is that changing the quality of how your body's moving? Notice that too. Good. All right, good. Now we've got the body warmed up, focused on. Now let's see if we can warm up the breath a little bit. You ready, Sean?
Yeah.
So let's just do some yawning. You can pick the soft palate up a little higher. If you have a regular yawn, that's fine. If you're faking a yawn, try to pick the soft palate up a little higher than usual.
Is that the right before the epiglottis?
Yeah, the back of your throat, the soft part, the upper back of your throat.
Okay.
Keep yawning, keep yawning. See if it informs your abdomen and chest to release a little better also. Good. Just keep yawning a few more. Don't hold the breath at the top of the yawn. Just let it out. There'll be another yawn. One or two more. This is how my dad used to start his voice lessons with his students. Good. Great. Now,
why does raising the soft palate, why does that help?
Well, you need to have the soft palate stretching and opening while you're singing to make space for resonance. And it's better to stretch it and get it to open up naturally than it is to try to force it up. Forcing anything creates tension. Right. So we want to release into the activity of everything we're doing as a singer, or stretch and release into it. Very important, and much more effective than creating tension. We never want to force anything because that creates tension. Okay, now let's do the second thing that warms up the breath, but also frees the diaphragm more significantly, and those are belly laughs. So what you want to do is release the low abdomen into the hand, keep it releasing, and even though you're not going to be able to keep your low abdomen completely released while you're laughing, try to release it completely as the air's coming in. So go ahead, let's do some belly laughs. Release the abdomen, release. A few more. Great. So if you're doing this on your own, you could do a few more yawns and a few more belly laughs, and then a few more yawns, and again, a few more belly laughs, maybe 3 sets of each, alternating. Good. Okay. And if you're yawning, take the yawn. It's always good for you when you're singing. Not when you're singing, but as a warm-up for singing. So now that we've got the throat warmed up and stretched and releasing, let's start to work on the articulators. So stretch the back of the tongue out of the mouth from the back gently. We don't want so hard that we're coughing, but we do want to increase the stretch a little as we go, for just a few seconds at a time. So from the back of the tongue out, and then release, and then again, release, and then again from the back of the tongue forward, and release, and from the back of the tongue forward, a little further if you can. Good. You get good at that, you'll start to feel it down here. You feel it at all down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. It stretches the base of the tongue. It's good because we need to learn to release from the base of the tongue as singers, right?
Yep.
Good. Okay, so let's work on the articulators of the face. I know it's not usually put this way, but the face operates in all kinds of ways to help with vowels and resonance, and we need to warm that up, because without warming it up, you may not really be using it right? You don't have to be an opera singer to do this. It's really good for all kinds of singing. So let's start with the lips, putting the lips in a nice oval aw position, and just let the lips stretch forward. A little further. Good. Let the jaw come with it. A little further. And release a little further. Good. Okay, good. Now let's raise the cheeks a bit. Just let the cheeks come up. Just let them up. Up a little higher. Stretch, release. Smoothly. Stretch, release, stretch, release. This moves all the muscles of the face. It's really good for you. And even though you wouldn't smile this much or this hard when you're singing, you want to be able to feel those muscles stretching. So when you're singing and you're doing a little bit of inner smile, quote unquote, you can feel those muscles have already been stretched and they work easily. Good, good, good. Okay, great.
And now it's also, I feel it in behind the sinus in here.
Yes, I have. This is a short version of a longer series of warm-ups that I have. When you get good at this, you'll be able to do this in 5 minutes. Yes, there's many more warm-ups that I give, and we run through them, and you get good at them. You could do them in very little amount of time. We're just doing a scaled-down version here. So now that we've got the articulators stretched and warm up, let's warm up the voice in the different ranges so that you can sing more easily. So let's also take the idea of the breath and warming up the breath into this as well, so we can sing using the breath more effectively. So the first way I like to do it is to start in the middle of the voice with just a little and on an ah. Just let the breath out and see how little you can let the voice operate to rest on that breath. And use less and less voice until you just sound like a foghorn. Especially at the beginning, at the onset, the start. See if that can be really smooth. Maybe the voice doesn't come out for a little while. Another one I learned from my dad. Now let's go to the high voice. Still having some semblance of letting the breath come through. You can use really a lot of core voice later, but for now we need to let the calibration of air and vocal cords really operate, really warm up. So we're going to do woo, woo as a consonant vowel combination, woo, and we're going to go middle to up in the voice. So let air through, use little less and less voice as you go, and you'll find that you'll have more resonance and core of voice at the end of it. So woo, 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 woo. Notice I smile. Woo, 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 woo. It's okay to do falsetto. Woo! Higher. Woo! Woo! Let lots of air through, less voice. Woo! Woo! Higher. More. Let the air through. Woo! Don't push the air through, just let it through. Woo! Woo! This really balances the use of breath and voice. Good, 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 good. Now, if you need some water, drink it. Oops. It's a good time for water. It's a good time to have water with you. Always have water when you're singing. Okay, and now we're going to start mid-high in the voice and go down on E. Don't do so much E. Little E, just a little bit of E. I'll open it up a bit so you don't say so much hard E. And again, let air through and let the E operate on the voice. A little less, a little less, a little less as you go. So it'll be mid to low, high, rather high mid to low mid in the voice. E. E. Let the air through, don't push. E. Good. E. 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 See how he picks up on my hand movements? He's a very good student. E. Maybe sometimes there won't be voice. We're warming up the breath and the voice together. Since this is a basic warm-up, we're not going to play with passagios or anything like that, with the places in the voice that are the connections between low and mid and high. This should actually warm up most of that already. So you'll get better at this as you go along, and much, much faster at each piece. And it can be done in 5 minutes or less. I've done it in 3 minutes, actually. And it's great fun. So actually, if you've liked what you've seen, please do me a favor so that I can get this out to more people. It helps the algorithms in YouTube to spread the word. If you could hit the like button and the bell that actually tells you that there's a new video coming. I'm going to put a lot up here. And also subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And if you're interested in attending my next monthly live vocal workshop, they're on a different subject every month. It's where I get to be creative. You can go to my website at flamvoicework.com. That's Flam, F as in Frank, L-A-M as in Mary, voicework.com. And you'll see where you can participate in the next workshop there, register. And if you're also interested in what I do individually with people to help them, I give a free 15-minute assessment over the phone so we can see what your needs are, and you can understand more about what I do with singers individually, working over Zoom now in this day and age right now where we have situations in the world that require it. And it's been a pleasure to have you here. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you, Sean, for helping me.
You got it.
Have a great day.